Hello, my loves, and welcome to Scent Essence. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's time for another tray. I'm a little late, but this is going to be my June tray. And you guys, I have just been having the worst headaches recently. So I have really been going back to my roots in perfume and scent, which is just really natural scents. I am going to start with my beloved little Ffern bottle that I have just been obsessed with. You know, these Ffern fragrances, they just come out seasonally. So, this is the spring scent, and I kind of just want to use it for spring. So I've been putting it on my trays, or just keeping it up there, with every tray that I've been doing. So yeah, that's definitely like a weekend scent for me. For some reason, it just feels really nice for me to put on when I'm not going to work and when I can like go outside and be in nature. And it's also light enough where if I am, just inside reading a book or something, it's not going to be overwhelming. So I love that. And then from Dossier, this is Fruity Honey. And this also has a really natural smell to it. It's really natural peach and green perfume with a little bit of sweetness, but it really smells almost like when you get down to the pit of a nectarine or a peach, and kind of like that grittiness. I don't know. It's really nice though. I think it's hard to capture peach or nectarine in a natural way, where it doesn't smell like candy or just super synthetic. This is a really well done, fresh peach scent, in my opinion. I think the vetiver in there also helps it feel kind of earthy, like there's a little bit of dirt that you can smell, beneath your feet. But overall, it's a really clean feeling, light scent. So I love that one. And then I have one of my favorite freshies from Ormonde Jayne. This is Champaca. And this is, again, really light wearing. I think all of these are pretty light wearing, which is what I need right now. It's like fresh air and the faintest whiff of like a green tea, maybe. It's not overpowering. Like some tea scents can be really bitter, and I love tea. I love that bitterness and the tannins of tea. Since I drink tea every day, I love to taste that, but I think sometimes when it's in perfume, it's a little bit overwhelming and just too bitter for me. And so this is the tea perfume that I feel like is done so well. So it's just, yeah, like I said, it's like fresh mountain air and a little bit of green tea and just this clean, there's a little bit of pink pepper in there where it feels kind of clean and sharp in like the best possible way. It's really nice, and especially when it dries down, it's feminine. It's really subtly feminine. It's not like a freshie that feels like a cologne to me. It's just beautiful, really, really beautiful. And then I have Leila, and I have the oil, the roll-on oil that goes with it. And this is a little bit stronger, I would say. This is a beautiful jasmine perfume, and I've said many times it's one of my favorite jasmines. When it dries down, it's just a lovely, sweet, indolic jasmine that feels really natural like a true jasmine flower that you're smelling, that's just been like infused into your skin. Um, it's a little bit juicy in the opening and green with some sort of stone fruit as well. I think maybe nectarine also in this one. And there's a grass note. So I think for the first hour or so, it's a little bit more green and juicy. But then as it dries down, I really just get this gentle jasmine that I am in love with. And then I have also from by Rosie Jayne, Rosie. Let's put her over here. She is a rose musk. That's really all you need to know with this perfume. I've said it before, it's like if rose and musk were combined as one. Like if there was a rose version of musk. I just feel like they're blended into one. You know, it's not like, oh, here's the rose and here's the musk. You know, and for me, my nose just picks it up as this beautiful, fresh, clean, but not in a soapy way or anything like that. Just like a white musk that is also rose. I think that's all you really need to know with this one. It's a very simple perfume, but just really beautifully done, and it lasts pretty well on me. So that's going to be my tray for June. So let's move on to poetry. I'm going to take these down. Poetry, I'm going to read from my beloved Rumi. This is such a well-loved book. So many dog-eared pages. But this is one that I came across recently. And I love this poem. It kind of speaks to some of the angst that you can feel, whether with a lover or with God. Oftentimes, the Sufis spoke of God as a lover. You know, they call God the beloved. And that's how Sufis imagine our relationship with God, is as lover and beloved. Which is one of the things that really drew me into Sufism. And before that, I didn't really have that framework. I had never come across that framework for God. And especially my dad, you know, my dad was raised very, very Catholic, and he, I think, had a lot of negative experiences, like in the Catholic Church. And I don't know, I think the way that it was passed on to him kind of got passed down to me. And I just never knew until I came across Sufi poetry that you could think of God that way, and it felt so right. It felt like what I had been wanting, what I needed permission to feel my whole life. And it was like reuniting with a lover, truly. And ever since then, I mean, my relationship to God has just gotten deeper and deeper since I allowed myself to think of God as my beloved and as my lover. So, anyways, here is the poem. It is called The Blocked Road. I wish I knew what you wanted. You block the road and won't give me rest. You pull my lead rope one way, then the other. You act cold, my darling. Do you hear what I say? Will this night of talking ever end? Why am I still embarrassed and timid about you? You are thousands. You are one. Quiet, but most articulate. Your name is spring. Your name is wine. Your name is the nausea that comes from wine. You are my doubting and the light points in my eyes. You are every image, and yet I'm homesick for you. Can I get there? Where the deer pounces on the lion, where the one I'm after is after me. This drum and these words keep pounding. Let them both smash through their coverings into silence. Tell me, do you think of God as a lover? Do you think of God as a friend, as a king, as a queen, as a lord, even as a child? I know that sounds antithetical to the whole idea of God, but the Sufis have really taught me that there are so many ways to relate to God, and it can change from moment to moment. And so I've gone through phases where I feel like God is more of a friend, confidant, than a lover. Or more like a lord, like a king, like a protector, like a warrior, like a mother, like a father, right? Mostly like a lover, but I have gone through many different seasons. So I would love to hear if you have a faith practice, how do you relate to God? Do you have one of these kinds of relationships where it feels like a friend or a mother or father or whatever, or something else entirely, maybe something just more formless, nameless? So yeah, whether it's about perfume or about God, anything in between, I would love to hear from you. So sending you all my love. Until next time, everyone, please take care. Bye.